There are various segments, road, highways, and airport, port, highways. With each of the sector, depending upon the borrowing capability and of the borrower, the kind of security that being offered, the kind of revenue that would be flowed. The interest rate varies from project to project, case to case basis. It's around 9 to 10.5%. It varies for the infra sector.
So last one, any sort of
Raised 750 million US dollar bonds. These were the green bonds which were raised in the month of April 2023. Subsequent to that, we raised Euro yen bonds, which was first of its kind and the highest mobilization through these type of bonds in Southeast Asia. So that was about 420 million equal to US dollars. So that was in virtually JPY, about $61.1 million. So this year also we are just seeing as to whether the interest rate stabilizes or not. At present the treasury yields are much higher. We are just waiting for the opportune time just to approach the market for the bonds. But we are raising sufficient foreign currency as far as the term loans are concerned. So they are at present much cheaper as compared to the bonds. So we are evaluating the proposals. So in case the term loans are cheaper, we go for those term loans. Otherwise, we go for the bonds. So this time again, in the later half of the year, we can again approach that market for equivalent pricing of the equivalent amount. So that is at much cheaper also, at about cost of 6.4%. Yeah. So 6.4% all inclusive, including the hedging also.
Last week we were in Rotterdam attending this World Energy Congress, and we had the opportunity to interact with the world leaders and the investors and the developers which had come for the development of green hydrogen and green ammonia. World over, the research and development is going on to bring down the cost of green hydrogen. Since it is very difficult there are safety related issues with regard to storage and transportation of green hydrogen. That's why industry has thought that it would be better to convert green hydrogen to green ammonia. It is easier to transport and store green ammonia. Right now, the cost of production of green hydrogen is coming around $5 to $6 per kg. This is the real technological challenge, and all the countries which are taking active participation in the energy transition world over, they are coming together. They talk about technological coalition, which will attempt to bring down the cost of production of green hydrogen to about $1 per kg. That is the target. Like you must have observed that when solar energy was introduced in the country, that time the tariff was as high as 16 rupees, 17 rupees per unit. Now you see the solar oil is the cheapest. It is costing only 2.5 rupees per unit. Similarly, when the scale of operation of green hydrogen and green ammonia increases, the cost will definitely come down. The improvement in electrolyzer technology will help in bringing down the cost, and we are quite hopeful. There are other green hydrogen and green ammonia projects in the pipeline which we are actively considering, and more of such green hydrogen and green ammonia projects are in the pipeline because worldwide there is huge demand of green ammonia. A lot of in fact, Secretary Power had led this delegation to World Energy Congress in Rotterdam. There they had deliberated that European countries, Germany, Italy, Sweden, they are all interested to import green ammonia from India. Similarly, interest has been shown by Japan. There are other countries who are willing. Now, Government of India has launched this green hydrogen mission, and I am quite sure that the entire ecosystem of green hydrogen and green ammonia will get a boost by the proactive policies being initiated by Ministry of Renewable Energy and as well as Ministry of Power, Government of India. Now coming to e-mobility related issue. So far we have sanctioned about 10,000 electric buses, and we are targeting to sanction about 50,000 electric buses along with the associated charging infrastructure. And these electric buses are coming in the metropolitan region, particularly those cities having population of more than 40 lakh actually. So we have already identified about 10-11 cities where these electric buses are going to become more prevalent. There we are planning to finance not only original equipment manufacturers OEMs but also the operators of electric buses. Now with regard to the coupon rate, I'd like to
Are much elevated. So they are likely to come down in this particular financial year. So we are hoping that the cost of borrowing will come down. So accordingly, once the cost of borrowing comes down, then we'll be able to adjust the lending rates also accordingly. So at least 50 basis points reduction should be there in this particular financial year. So accordingly, the rates, our cost of borrowing should normalize at about 7% on the outstanding borrowings.
for renewable energy portfolio. Renewable energy projects are coming in mostly in private sector. As the share of renewable energy business increases, our loan to private sector will also increase from 10%, which is at present 10%, it will increase to about 30% by the year 2029-30. With regard to write back, Sanjay would like to give our
13 crore rupees. That comes mainly because of the write back we have done in case of Lanka Amarkantak. That project has already been recommended by the COC and it is in the NCLT for final wordings. So the majority parts we have already reversed whatever best was possible, and that is sure what amount we are getting. According to that, we have finalized the figure, and that is going to come as per the progress already held and taken place in the project. And some of the other write backs which have been done, which is based on the rating of the borrowing agencies. Around 20 to 22 agencies have upgraded as per the integrated rating done by the Ministry of Power. So with that, they have given the higher weightage, and with that higher weightage, the amount has been reversed. So these are the basic reasons for reversal of the ECL.
36 projects stress asset, 17 had already been resolved and 19 were in the process of resolution. So we have been able to resolve Lanka Amarkantak now. Bhatreshwar is in the final stage. Nagai is also in the final stage. And Dance Energy has already been resolved. Now about 9 projects are heading towards liquidation, for which we have already made 100% provisioning. And for that, we already carried out technical write-off. So that there are 7 projects. So next year it will be written off. So and the remaining operating projects, as I had mentioned, that KSK Mahanadi, Sinnar, then Hiranmai, they are in the process of building, and there are small projects are there. They are also under this process of resolution. That's why we are quite confident the current financial will be able to resolve all these stress assets. And you might have observed that not a single in the last 8 quarters, last 2 years, not a single new NP has been added. And we are taking due precautions that we are focusing on good entity so that, and where revenue cash flows are ensured or repayment obligations will be met by borrowers, only those assets we are financing. Now coming to your question about infrastructure logistics, non-power. In the month of October 2022 to diversify into non-power infrastructure logistics. And in the first year, we were very cautious. We sanctioned only those infrastructure projects which were there in the state sector, supported by the state government guarantee, like MMRDA metro projects, MSRDC, Mumbai-Pune Expressway Highway. These kind of projects were approved by us. And in addition to that, we had also financed this Hindustan Petroleum's refinery project in Barmer, then Jindal Steel project in the state of Odisha. Thereafter, we were able to finance some hybrid annuity model road projects in the state of Uttar Pradesh, in the state of Maharashtra. Some hybrid annuity model projects have been sanctioned. Then we also sanctioned IT infrastructure project, then super specialty hospital, airport financing we have started, Goa, Visakhapatnam airport, Kurnool airport we are in the process of refinancing the proposal. And anything else, Ghosh, about the